Hello, everybody. I just wanted to put this video out for you guys. Just to give you a little bit of an update about where we are, what we're doing, what's going on. And of course, this will be addressing two different groups. First, seniors. Really quick, wanted to go through the calendar. Underclassmen, pay attention to because there's some dates that pertain to you as well. Today, of course, is May 11th. So we're talking about, right here. Um, and seniors, your last, you know, technical work day or whatever was the 8th. They didn't want us to give anything to seniors, anything new past the 8th. So the assignments that you guys had for last week, those are the last assignments that you seniors will be getting. As far as like what you're responsible for turning in for a grade book. Now that doesn't mean that you don't need to pay attention to anything that we're doing this week or next week. Um, for their AP exam, you just don't have to turn anything in, okay? But for any seniors that are out there, they have told us they want all of your work, all of your grades entered by the 13th. There will be a couple days after that that will still be up, able to change your grade, but any work that you guys have, we as teachers really need to have by the 13th, okay? Um, that's when we're supposed to do something called grade posting. So if you could have everything done before then, that would be great. I think 4 p.m. was the time they gave us for this. But if you, for some reason, don't make that deadline, you could continue to work for a couple days after that. But, it's getting extremely tight on getting your grades in time. So make sure you make that happen. All right. Now, as far as the work for underclassmen, we're not supposed to give you any work later than the 22nd, any new work. And so, this week I'm going to give you guys some more AP Central videos that you should take some notes on. And next week I'll do the same thing. The last couple weeks I've given you guys 2 each. This week I'm going to have to get, and next week I'm going to have to give you 3. And that's just because that will finish off all of the review categories that we were talking about. And I'll show you the AP Central playlist again in just a second. But these 2 weeks here are the last 2 weeks for us to get ready for our AP test, which of course is on this particular date, the 22nd, and you're supposed to be online at 2 p.m. For this particular test. So they said a couple days before, that's when you were going to get your AP exam ticket, and you'll have a special ticket for each test that you take, but this should be the date that you get yours. If you're taking other AP classes, you should kind of be used to the testing platform by the time you get to this date. But again, I would definitely, at least for some of your classes, go on that AP practice exam link that I sent out to you guys through Remind a little while back, and make sure that you do that. Um, anyways, so now one thing about these notes, guys, this is extremely important. One thing about these notes, I've got some people that are writing novels when they're taking these notes. Remember, guys, you're taking these notes for you. You do not need to copy down word for word everything that an instructor shows you or tells you in those videos. You should be making those notes as short as possible, as long as they get the point across to you. That's what these notes are for, is for reference as you're taking that test, so that you can you look at a problem and you try to remember what type of problem it is, and then you kind of page back through your notes so you can see examples or other problems about how to, complete the AP exam questions that you're going to get. Remember, you're only going to get 2 FRQs, and that's it. So please make sure that you try to shorten up those notes as much as possible. To that end, these last 2 weeks, although I'm giving you 3 videos this week, I'm just going to count it as 1 grade. Same thing next week, 3 videos, 1 grade. So please do not, do 10 pages worth of notes just for 1 grade, okay, guys? Each of these topics in these 3 videos should take up no more than 1 page each. All right, you should try to shorten those notes up as much as you can. All right, so the videos for this week, um, one is called collecting data, sampling, and experiments, and these are the times that I would like you to watch the video. From and to the beginning, they do some of the review stuff, and at the end they have some close down stuff. But here's where the important stuff happens. Again, um, don't write a novel, guys. Don't write a novel. You don't need to write down every single thing the person says. Just kind of work through it, relatively quickly. The second video is called probability, and a third video is called binomial and geometric random variables. This is the one where you were doing, you know, in your note or in your calculator, you were doing like binomial PDF, binomial CDF, geomet PDF, geomet CDF, that kind of stuff. Just a reminder on how you can tell which is which and how those work out. Now, while those are the only videos that you have to do for this week, next week we'll have a few more. There is some other stuff on that, AP Central. These are all the videos that they have here, and this one right here is the first one that we're working with this week, AP Stats, collecting data, sampling, and experiments. The next one is probability, and the third one is this one. Down here at the bottom, there is some more stuff about, extra things to do, like AP exam practice number 1, review, and a review of that. I would highly suggest that if you do get a chance to go through those as well. Of course, I'm not grading them and you're not sending me anything, but it's not a bad idea to go through those as much as you possibly can, so that you're prepared for the exam. I know you guys have to be organized, and you guys have to even out, what you're doing for each class, but you know, try to take the exam seriously, of course. As they said, you're going to be no more likely or less likely to get a 3, 4, or 5 on this exam, even though you don't have the multiple choice questions. Again, that leads me to believe that the grading on these FRQ questions is going to be a little bit looser than general, than it normally would, because you don't have those multiple choice questions to help prop up your score a little bit. Okay, so again, everybody should have a fair shot at passing this particular exam. All right, guys. So again, this week, these 3 videos that you see here, again, short, succinct notes on these videos for you. Make sure that you title them at the top of the page, and no more than 1 page each. If you can make it be less than that, that's fine too, as long as it's enough information for you to be ready for this particular exam. Okay. Again, seniors, I need everything put in by you. Hopefully by the 13th of this week. This is Wednesday. Um, you know, Wednesday the 13th, or the next day or the next day after that might be okay. But again, try to get everything in by the 13th of this week, Wednesday. And then, hey, you underclassmen, you've got literally this week and next week as far as like getting your work done. And then after that, we are done. Okay. So again, seniors, you don't need to work on these videos for an assignment, but you do need to work on these videos to write down notes for your exam. All right, guys, have yourself a great week, and I'll see you later.